former President Donald Trump will go head-to-head in the first and possibly only debate between the two presidential candidates. The stakes, well, they couldn't be higher. National polls show the two candidates in a dead heat in battleground states. You see it there, which is 56 days until the election. Both candidates are hoping their performances will help them pull ahead in that extremely tight race. So we have three things to know tonight. Thing one, location. Philadelphia, of course, not chosen by accident. Pennsylvania, one of those swing states, has 19 crucial electoral votes up for grabs that both candidates really need in order to win the White House. Thing two, expected attack lines. Well, Donald Trump likely going to hammer Kamala Harris on things like the border and inflation. Harris will likely counterpunch by continuing to frame this election as one of a prosecutor versus a felon. She'll also likely attach him over Project 2025 and his role in Roe versus Wade's reversal. Finally, thing three, what's at stake? Well, Trump is facing a much different, more experienced debater. And again, with national polls signaling a virtual tie, it's anyone's game with 2 months still left on the clock. Thanks for watching. We'll see you here tomorrow night at 7 for On Your Side Tonight.